The Good Guy Experience.
What's up, everybody? I am your host, Ahmad Chesterfield, and we are the Good Guy Experience. I got to my right, Miss Black Pearl. Black Pearl is in the building, everybody. Black Pearl is in the building.
Hey, guys.
Hey, boo-boo.
Hey.
And we got Miss Lynn in the house, everybody. Miss Lynn is
Hey,
in the
y'all.
house.
Hey, y'all. What's going on?
And last but not least, we got my brother, the one, the only, Tyrone in the building, baby. Tyrone in the
What's
building.
up?
Everybody.
Just
Hey,
listened
Ty.
about do Tyrone and thought about you.
How's everybody's weekend? Excuse me. How's everybody's week been today? How's everybody's week been?
It's been a rough one, but we're gonna get through it. So far, we're gonna get through it.
Life is always throwing things at you, you know what I mean? So I'm very grateful to make it through those things. And I have a vacation coming.
Yes.
No bad days, only bad moments. That's what I always say.
I understand what you're saying. I understand because that vacation word, I think I need one. I'm enjoying what I do, but I know y'all see me up here with the Muslim outfit on. You know?
He said the Muslim. What?
Not the bean pies.
Stop it.
I'm looking like
No bean pie. Stop playing.
I'm looking like I'm going to the mosque, but no, I'm sitting up here grading papers. I came straight home from work and everything like that, and I'm sitting here grading papers. So I'm trying to get it done. But other than that, everything is great, guys. Everything's going good.
It's good.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to tell you.
You said what?
That's what I'm going to tell you.
Oh, that's all you're going to tell. Okay.
So what we're going to do first, we're going to jump straight into our first topic. We got your boy Jeezy, and we got his lovely fiance, wife. What is it now?
Wife.
That's
That's his
wife. We got Jeezy and his lovely wife. What do we got to discuss tonight with Jeezy and his lovely wife?
So essentially, Miss Jenny Mai, this is her second marriage. Her first marriage, she was married to a man named Freddie, and they were married for a while or whatever. And they got divorced. And one of the reasons why they got divorced was because she didn't want to have any children. She was very adamant about, I don't want to have any children. And it became a situation in their relationship. Well, 6 months after they got divorced, the divorce was finalized, he had a baby with somebody else. So, okay, fine, whatever. But she just announced that she's expecting a baby on the real, and she's 5 months pregnant at this point. So, and she's 41. That was the other thing. Like she's one of those things where listen, everything still works, but you know what? It was one of those things where everybody was talking about the fact that what a good man won't make you do, or what you feel like your mind changed, and maybe that had a lot to do with the fact that she maybe just didn't want to have children with this guy.
Right.
Listen. It's all about who you with. I don't know why people don't get it. It's not like math. Every 1 and 1 does not make 2. Okay?
100%.
She happy, man. She happy. So that uterus got happy. That uterus said, "Come here, guys. Make a baby."
I have to agree with that. I think that, like you said, you guys said it perfectly. It's about the person you're with. And sometimes that hurts us. But, if that's not the person for you, or that person is not comfortable with you, sometimes when they find that right person, they're more comfortable. They're able to do more things, or they feel more open, or they're open.
It's just the right person. The right person brings out the best in you.
And what she said to her co-host, when she was saying, or when she told her co-host, because she told them, she announced it to the world on the show, but she told her co-host prior, and they didn't know she was pregnant. So they were still doing the show, quarantined, and all you see is this. You don't know what's going on behind, below. Mm-hmm. Like right now, I got on up here. Well, you don't even know what I got going on down below.
I thought you had an announcement. I was like,
absolutely not. But anyway, she said it to them, and they were in shock because she was adamant about never, ever, 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 ever wanting to have children. And she said,
she was
what a good
not being with Black people. What do you mean?
I mean, listen, again.
Ahmad Chesterfield.
She had said that she can have casual relationships, and I'm paraphrasing, with men of color, but she does not see herself settling down. And what happened? She fell in love with exactly what she said she didn't want, which leads me to believe sometimes we blocking our own blessing with finding that person for you.
That's
because
it.
we're so stuck on what it's supposed to look like and what it's supposed to be.
That's
chocolate is a hell of a drug.
The person that's getting left, but for the first person, excuse me, for the person that's getting left, it can hurt. It can hurt because sometimes we don't understand that even though it's not you, it's just that you're not the right person for them. It's not that you're not a good person, you're just not the right person for them. That's a lesson I had to learn in life.
And that makes sense. That's the same thing. That's the same thing that goes with fear. Like what is for you is not gonna pass you by. So why be scared? You know what I'm saying? It's a big circle. Like I'm not saying that everything is destiny. You know, I'm not saying that, but I definitely believe that what's for you is for you. That's me.
I once had somebody, an ex-girlfriend of mine, she told me, she said that sometimes people are with somebody so they can prepare you for the next person. I said, bullshit.
Amen.
Bullshit. Yeah, I am not a stepping stone for nobody. Hey, no.
They move on, maybe.
But I mean, stepping stone is a hard one.
Move on.
So listen, stepping stone is a hard one because it's different if you're feeling used or whatever the case may be. But you know what? Sometimes I always say that God puts people in your life for a reason or a season. Sometimes when that person might teach you something that you needed to learn, so that when you do move on, you've learned what it is that's necessary.
I get that, but I don't think God is gonna say, KJ, I'm gonna put you in such and such's life so she can step on you to get to that.
No, it's not
no. See, you're looking at it wrong. You're looking at it wrong.
You taking that too literal.
Have you heard Neo's song Apology?
No.
In that song, he goes, I'm sorry that I did this with you. And I'm sorry I did this with you, but all of that prepared me for this woman who is
leads
amazing,
to somewhere,
right? And so my whole thing is, you don't want to learn some of those ridiculous lessons with the person that is the love of your life. You just don't want to do it. So
listen, he's happy. He has 2 children now. He's happy with the woman he was with. Everything is good.
Everybody's good.
I just think that maybe it was a mind fuck for him. It was probably like, oops, maybe this was one of those things where it's like, maybe she just didn't want to have children with me, and that's basically what it came down to.
And that's fine. That's fine.
It is.
It is. Like me,
I think this is why
once they move on, they out of here. Out of sight, out of mind. Peace.
I think that's why I'm always when I pray, I always pray that I live in purpose, on purpose. Period. Like that. Because I want everything I do to have a purpose. You know what I mean? So that's me. But I know Tyrone got a hot topic. What's your hot topic, Tyrone?
So this Gabby Petito thing, you just gotta talk about it because that's all everybody talks about. She was riding with her boyfriend in a van across the country, making little social media videos, and then she disappeared. He came back home without her, and she was gone. There's a whole police encounter they had an altercation. He slapped her up. Somebody saw him slapping her on the highway, and then they crying and next thing you know, the police left and said, y'all sleep separately. And then now she was gone, and now she really gone because they found her body and sad stuff. Hated for her. My question about it though, I didn't understand, and I don't want to be a bad guy, but I just had the question. I was asking, is she famous? Like, why is they covering her so much? Is she famous? Like, because it's like wall-to-wall coverage.
Does her family have money?
Nah, I don't know. She has I think that, it's kind of unfortunate that she had it's hard because I'm gonna say what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a young white girl. It's a young white girl. Because you know how many Black females go missing, how many young Black men go missing, how people of color, Hispanic. There are people who are missing for so long, and they don't go this hard for anybody. And Don Lemon on CNN said something very true. He was like, the fact that this boy, the fact that this boy is walking around and whatever, and he's going around living his life and stuff like that. Let that have been a Black man. Let that have been a man, any other man of color. They would have had his ass in the jail before the day she was missing. They would have found. You know what I'm saying? It's odd. It's very odd.
Yeah. So the thing about, and I thought about this, and because I had a couple of because some of my Facebook friends, they run the spectrum because I've been in a lot of different places, and some of them were mad about Don Lemon and Joy Reid, and I thought about it, but it's a media formula. I don't even think it's racism or whatever, but I think it's a formula. Even white men don't get coverage if they go missing. I was reading about there's a bunch of white men who've been missing. It's a formula like the damsel in distress we're trained as a society.
Yes.
Who's the damsel in distress you care about? King Kong grabbed a little white girl. Tarzan was
the
saving Jane.
princesses in Disney were all white until
so it's just what kind of program. And then if it's like a police shooting, it's going to be a black person. They ain't gonna talk about no white person getting shot by the police.
Those are the subliminal messages we've gotten our
right. It's to me, it's a good example of social programming. It's like we're just programmed to really care about things that happen to all kinds of people, but we focus on these certain things like that. I don't know, but God bless her. Sorry.
That was so funny.
It's right.
I'm sorry for everybody who's missing and that happens to. It sucks,
Well, that just goes back to love the people that love you now, because we're not.
You never know. You never know.
I also think we gotta be careful about this social programming, like just stuff that we get programmed to get emotional about real quick. It's just a thought. That's what made me think of that when I saw the story.
Yeah, so, and arm yourselves. Arm yourselves.
And arm yourselves. Okay.
Yes, arm yourself. Arm yourself.
Make sure don't harm.
So let me tell you.
No. Don't harm yourself.
Arm. You saying that in a t-shirt is different than you saying it with that suit and tie.
Look,
arm yourself.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm all about arming yourself.
I'm an advocate for the Second Amendment because 9 times, Lord forbid anything like that, but 9 times out of 10, somebody come with that damn scary movie 5 type of shit. You put that 4-5 today, and it's a different type of story.
We got you. What's the next hot topic? Look,
I'm all about being a hard target.
In self-defense purposes only. In self-defense purposes only. Not going
to the next topic. We just went right.
I just want to make sure that everybody understands self-defense purposes only. Do not go on the offensive thinking that you can
defense only
against anybody. That's for your self-defense if you feel like your life is in danger. But next time.
Thank you.
All right. So in the group, we discussed a man is not supposed to cook, wash dishes, or wash his clothes if he got a woman. Preach.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Did you just say preach?
Let me put that up again.
Boy.
Ebony Shepherd is the real MVP. I appreciate
not
it.
supposed to.
You better get out of here with all of that.
Get this out the way so I can roll my very big eyeballs at you.
Oh man.
No, I'm gonna leave that up.
For the rest of the show.
A man is not supposed to cook, wash dishes, or wash his clothes if he got a woman.
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said in the group. One word: partnership. That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly. It's a partnership. If that's the type of relationship you're looking for, fantastic. High five to you. I hope it is
a partnership. You wash them and I wear them. You cook it and I eat it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but now there are roles.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't.
Okay, thank you.
If my wife is out there watching, I apologize.
You give him a punch from me, wife. Punch.
I commented on Instagram and said
nothing. Oh, you're reading? I'm sorry, my bad.
I'm sorry. I commented on this on Instagram and I said my fiance doesn't have to do any of that, but he also pays all. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Now,
hey, so Nisha Boone, so he come in, he be like, I don't smell dinner cooking.
I don't smell dinner. Where the creases in my pants?
Lynn, you don't agree with that? You don't agree with that, Lynn?
I'm having it's funny because I was the one that put that up there. Because when I read it this morning, I was like, lies. First of all, here's the thing. It's okay. So here's the thing. If you want to do those things for your man, do them. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic. But the thing said, the question was the statement was, if he has a woman, he's not supposed to be. And let me tell you about supposed to.
Yeah. First,
my dad is an older African man, not just a regular. He's an older African man. And let me tell you something. My mother and father both had their roles. You know what I'm saying? They don't, and it wasn't you must cook my food. It wasn't any of that, because my dad cleans the house. My dad does the laundry. My father goes to the grocery stores and buy the groceries. She write him a little list, and he goes and buy the groceries, and she cooks the food. But the point that I'm trying to make is that if my father ever fixed his lips to say some nonsense to my mother like that, she supposed to.
I think it's the word supposed to.
It's it's that word.
Kids, people. I mean,
supposed to.
We all kind of have roles, but we all do all of that. I'll wash clothes if I need to. I washed them last night. They're dirty. I'm gonna wash them. I cook my own food because I eat meat and nobody else in my house does. So,
but when you say supposed to, doesn't that change the role of your?
Yeah, so that's it. Like coming in like, yo, I'm not washing nothing, and you need to do this. Yeah, that's you don't say that.
But we got to look at it like this. Because at the end of the day, women are always saying, hey, look, I ain't supposed to do nothing. I can do anything you can do. Now, we up in there, we cooking, we cleaning and stuff like that. I have nothing against that now. Now, you're going to have to get out there and get in them ditches and mow some of them lawns. And
because you're going
to have to put on that tool belt and start fixing that toilet a little bit. Put your hands in that toilet.
So are you saying, wait. I don't think that, and Lynn, I'm going to speak on your behalf for a second.
Thank you, love. Go ahead, do it.
I don't think, like, if I have a man and he's like, baby, let me show you how to do this. I'm like, no, that's your job. I'm going to go. No, I'm like, okay, show me. Show me how to do it. I'm okay.
See, and me, I just come up. I don't want my wife cutting grass. I just don't feel like she needs to be out there cutting grass. If something's heavy, I'm like a big dude and she's smart. I'm gonna carry this stuff because it just makes sense.
Yes.
It just makes sense. If somebody breaks to the house, I'm grabbing the tool and I'm going out to see what's up. I'm not gonna give it to her and say, hey.
That's what you want to do.
But so doesn't this roll into what our topic is for tonight? Like it goes right into the topic. So tonight's topic is all about relationships and what do you bring to the table. Now, I thought about this for a second, and I think I've asked this question. I was on the phone all day today talking to people like, so let me ask you a question. What do you think? And what do you think? And my cousin gave me the best. My cousin gave me one of those answers. And I asked him a question. I said, so, you like this girl, whatever. What do you bring to the table? And his answer, it was the pause. And when I asked the question, it was like, wait, what? And then he paused for a second. And then he gave me a very interview-like answer. And I said, you know what it is? The problem is when you go to somebody, what do you bring to the table? That's almost like there's an essence in that. What do you bring to the table? And it's like the first thing you do is you get a little bit like, well, what do you bring to the table? That kind of energy. So I think that if we worded it like this, the question being, how do you benefit how does you being in my life benefit me? Because in that way, there's a little bit more of so because a mutual beneficial, any kind of relationship should be mutually beneficial. Are we agreed on that? Like, mutually beneficial. So
it's not always totally equal.
But the same way that you said that, that's supposed to be was wrapped in a package. If you come in, if we're on the first date and you hit me with how you gonna benefit me? That's gonna kind of,
because at the same token, Ahmad Chesterfield, what I think is the better question is, when do you ask that question? Because I don't think on the first day I'm going to you. So
really a question.
When you bring it to the table.
Is that a question? Because when you're dating, you saying whatever to get to the next.
Right.
So you can say whatever you want. And I think that's the problem, taking things at face value. Can I see your actions? Because I could show you better than I could tell you.
Right? Well, I think people need to know what they look for and watch it, because asking people in the beginning, you're not gonna get straight answers all the time.
Because everybody's
don't know what they want out of another person.
I'm not lazy. I'm gonna work hard for you, and then you get there and he's not doing a damn thing.
Well, in the beginning, a lot of people, you meet people's representatives. So you don't meet people's who they really are. You meet the guy who's, and that's something that Tyler Perry said. He's like, you got to date somebody and see them in all of their seasons. So you gotta see them when they're mad. You gotta see them when they're sad. You gotta see them when they're, when they're disappointed. You want to see them when they're depressed.
What you really need to see is when you're in need. That's usually when people bounce. When you're having a hard time, or you're depressed, or you lose your job, that's when the person was like, "Baby, I'm with you, ride or die." They ride off, so you die by yourself.
I have a homeboy. He put up a meme. It said he asked the girl. He said, "Hey, what's up? What you doing?" She said, "Nothing. Stressed about these bills." Blocked.
Yeah, I see that. I seen that.
My boy said,
Blocked.
Disrespectful.
No, but I mean, at the end of the day,
people try to get you. Some people try to get. I'm so stressed about these bills. Good luck with that. So
into a prayer.
I mean, I've met people who are talking about their money. I got money. I got all this money. I got all this money. And then like 2 months in, they're asking to borrow money. Well, what happened to all the money you got? What happened to that?
So my question to the people is, what do you think people should be bringing to the table? Like, what do you think in a relationship you should be bringing to the table? Like, what is it?
So before I answer that question, my question is, are you asking us what we bring this way, or what we're looking to be on the other side of the table? Because
that's a good question. I think that, which one do y'all want to do? Because
I think the problem is in this world, we are so busy thinking about what's in it for me. What's in it for me? So I'm coming to the table. What's in it for me? But even in the Christian religion, y'all talk about, I'm duplicating Jesus's love, and his love is forever giving, but we're always worried about taking. That's all we worry about.
Takers will always take, no?
Exactly. But the whole purpose of love is to give. So the reason why I asked you is, when you're asking what do you bring to the table, it really needs to be a self-evaluation, not an evaluation of the other person. Because if you evaluate what you bring to the table, you'll never accept less. You'll never accept less. Now, if all you're looking for is what the next person is bringing to the table, all you're gonna do is hop from, oh, this table look better over here. Oh, this table look better over here. That's
Well, it's funny because I had another epiphany. I told you I was in this topic right here had me thinking a lot today. So I was saying to myself, I said, okay, so you got this, you go to a party, you got this beautiful table spread out, right? This beautiful table, got everything on the table. Everything looks good. Everything looks fantastic. The problem is everything on the table has meat in it and you're a vegetarian. So this table is not the right table for you. I don't care how hungry you are. You might be like, it looks nice and it's, whatever, but it doesn't serve your purpose. So that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people are talking about, you with somebody and, whether it be financial gain or financial stability, because a lot of things people want some financial stability, but she or he is a narcissist or a liar or, has all these other issues. Is that table really for you still? No. And that's the question I think everybody needs to start. Like, when you go into a relationship, you got to start seeing that the good and the bad and the ugly is all going to come together at some point.
Yeah, but are we saying money fixes everything? Because if
I'm not even just saying money. I'm not using money. I'm just giving you an example because it might be like maybe it's the whole thing with Jeezy. Going back to the thing with Jeezy and Jenny Mai and them. Maybe at that table she was like, you know what? I'm not having children.
Or maybe she just matured and now she realized
and she changed, and right?
So let me tell you, when I was in my 20s, which most women do, from my experience, you're looking for a man and we want to, and I was just talking to my friend about this. When you're in your 20s, you're like, I want a man and, we're going to get together and we're going to buy a house and he's going to give me a ring and blah. And then when you get older, you're like, I got my house. Doesn't mean I don't want a man who has a house. Let's both have a house and we can make some extra money with one of the houses. It's just different. I think in our 20s, we have this illusion, whatever you want to call it, of we need a partner to complete us. Right?
And compliments, not completion.
Right. Compliments, not a partner to compliment me. All right.
I know me personally, I was never satisfied until I was satisfied with myself. I was always looking to be completed. I was always looking, but I was never quite satisfied. And I'm gonna be honest. When I was a different KJ, I would date women and they would give me the world. Honestly, they would. And they would give and give and give, and it was never enough. until I looked inside KJ and I figured out, like, okay, until I'm happy with myself, it's never going to be enough what I'm getting from somebody else. So
because I've dated people who have more money than me. That's great, but you didn't make my heart happy. You didn't make me want to come to the table like, all right, baby, let's think of a plan. We're gonna do this. We're gonna blah blah blah. Right? It was just about that money. It didn't make me happy. But
they didn't sing your heart song. That's
they didn't sing my heart song.
That's the question. How do they make your heart happy? How does that happen?
It didn't compliment me.
The horizontal poker.
Just like, remember last week we were talking about size. Okay, I've been with someone who's been big. They sang that song, and then when that song was finished, I turned the radio off. You know, it's just not.
Not turn to Spotify the next playlist.
That's what I'm saying. But
you just turned it off. Huh?
It's the compliment. It's the can we do things together? Is there a partnership? Right? Is there a friendship? Is there, I mean, it's like we can make each other's bodies happy. That's easy, right? That's natural, right? We can buy those nice name brand things, right? But guess what? I could buy the name brand things. They got plenty of toys that'll make me happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what about that person that does that? I'm just saying, what about that person? You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's it. Like, what about the person that after the 2 months or the 3 months, right? And the hype is gone. And like one of my friends says, the honeymoon period is over and you're still like, where you at? Let's hang out. I'm happy when I'm near you. That's what you need to look at the table. Who makes me want to be better?
So let me ask you this. You guys, everybody in the room, something. So, because I said, can we agree on the important parts of a relationship? Because I was saying one of the biggest keys to a relationship is communication.
Oh God, we say that all the time,
right? So communication, that's that. But then I said,
if you want, but then I come back to it.
Then I said, okay, so the next one would be unconditional love.
Sir,
because not just love, but unconditional love, and not love in certain circumstances and only certain circumstances. But a lot of people be loving each other for like until you get mad at them and like, you know what, you know what I'm saying? That part.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to decipher unconditional love versus less, because I'm gonna tell you, sometimes you can get something so good that you like, I love this person forever.
Unconditional love ain't got nothing to do with sex or anything. But that's lust. The unconditional love is like
sometimes it's hard to decipher. Sometimes it's hard to decipher.
Not for me. It's totally separate. Unconditional love is loving people through their bullshit.
That's what it is.
When you know, hey, this is what comes with the person, personality and stuff like that. That's got nothing to do with sex or lust.
Put up with it. Some people put up with it, like one of our former guests said, they were dickmatized. So if you dickmatized or if you,
but that's not love.
That is not love.
But sometimes it's hard to decipher the two.
Well, if we're talking about like marriage,
it goes
away. Talking like marriage, it's gonna digmatize it's gonna wear off.
Digmatize goes away.
It's an expiration date on that.
Does it? So are you saying that? So are you saying that the woman? Let's say there's a guy that's out there. He's obviously up to no good. The woman knows he's up to no good. She's hiding stuff in her home for him. Is that unconditional love, or is that just she's caught up with the fantasy. She's caught up. So there's a line.
It's unconditional love for the person, but not for yourself. And
I think that's horrible.
If you can't give it to yourself, you can't. So wait. I think we need to realize that unconditional love sometimes is stronger loyalty than the unconditional love.
Okay, Erica, because you know what, Black Pearl, let me tell you something. How about this? That's very important. That's very important, because when you said, I was thinking, okay, another one of the pillars is respect. Because let me tell you something. People be talking about, I love and I love and I love. People like, I love spaghetti and I love my dog and I love to go outside but you know what? Love, I've heard people love somebody and still cheat on that somebody, right? Love you.
Right.
But still cheating. Unconditional love.
So wait, so let's go back to this thing. I remember one time someone told me that they'd rather me respect them than to love, to say love.
Absolutely.
Because
respect off of that.
Because respect
is big, especially for
respect will have you not cheat on me and come home after you finish sucking somebody's boob, after you finish sucking somebody's dick, and come kiss me. That's respectful. This you can literally say, I love you,
Or
my baby.
respect could be that famous DMX line. Come on, ma, you know I got a wife, even though that
Now,
title will jeopardize my life.
Let me tell you another big
KJ
thing.
always calls that
Another
thing.
big thing that made my ex-husband stop fighting for our marriage. I stopped respecting him.
There it is.
I had no respect. And so
And really, I think once a man feels like you don't respect him,
it was over. He was like, you know what, you're right. Where that paper at?
The dick won't get hard without respect, y'all. The dick will not get hard without respect.
Nope.
That's that.
Because that's the thing. That's a pillar. As it comes with a man, that protect, profess, and provide thing. Respect is a big on that list. If somebody looks at you and they give you that, they just being disrespectful. There's no amount of sucking, fucking, or licking that's gonna make that man be like, yeah, this is where I need to be. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
But then you also
I gotta agree.
You also have to realize that unconditional love is not just two words. It's a component of things that come together.
And it's a verb. It's an action.
And you guys are looking for women to submit, not without no damn respect. They ain't submitting. Not if I don't trust you. And it could be something simple, like you say, you driving and you're like, baby, go to the next lane. A woman who don't respect you, be like, for what? Well, I'm going to the next lane. You know what I mean? Versus click. You know,
because I say that sometimes it takes a minute to get that respect, and it's frustrating because women today, and I'm not saying it's your fault, but you have to go through so much, and you have to do it on your own. So by the time you are used to doing things on your own, to trust another man and stuff like that, in that aspect, it takes a long time. And we're like, look, you have me, I'm here, I'm trying my best, but you guys are so used to I do it on my own. What you here for?
Right.
What's your purpose? What is your purpose? Why? Who sent you? You know,
who sent you?
So sometimes
I need to see your credentials. Where your ID at? Like I need to see what's all going on because why you here? But you know what? Here's the thing about that. That whole thing about why does a woman need a man or why does a man need a woman? Or that whole thing is like at the end of the day, you know, being single is I was single for a very, 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 nice long period of time, right?
Very.
But here's the thing: when you're in a good, happy, stable, healthy relationship, that does something to you internally. It makes you feel good internally. Your blood pressure be a little bit lower. Everything could be going to hell, right? Everything could be going to hell. Yeah. But you know that you got somebody who got you like that. Yeah. And you don't have to that is the most beautiful thing on planet Earth, because at the end of the day, people say, oh, well, I was born by myself, and that kind of energy is the reason why you will never be happy with somebody, because you think about it like that. Like I know Ahmad used to talk about all the times you was doing all kinds of dirty, but I'm quite sure that once you decided that this is the person you wanted to be with, it felt different. It hit different.
Right.
It's different.
Right.
It
does get different because when you're sitting there and you don't have to check your phone every 5 minutes and your heart ain't skipping a beat every time the text message goes off, it definitely makes you more comfortable. But all jokes aside, yes, I mean, when you find somebody and you're giving them your all, and you know for a fact you're giving them your all, and you're doing the best you can, yes, it's a different type of feeling.
It's reciprocity. Reciprocity.
Having somebody to share your life with, man, that's what it's about.
But then there's also that one other component that I left out, but it's we're right there, is the honesty, the truth, and the assurance. One thing is that components: communication, unconditional love, respect, and accountability. That goes hand in hand.
Being honest. Sorry, that's what you're saying.
Respect and accountability. Accountability for the things that you've done wrong, accountability for the things that you've done right, accountability in general, right? And then honesty, truth, and assurance. So that those three go together because, listen, honesty. If you can trust somebody to be honest with you, and they can assure you that even in your worst situation, they got you like that, baby, you are good to go. Like you're like, saying your goals at that point.
For a man to be able to trust a woman enough to be vulnerable.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's even harder.
We want that so bad. Be vulnerable with me, baby. Tell me what's wrong with you, baby. But we want that. But then oftentimes we don't realize that man could be sleeping with you and everything. But if he don't trust you, he's not gonna. It's not coming out. It's not.
It's hard to trust, man. I mean,
Yeah.
especially out here nowadays, man. You know, because a lot of times we are hurt. You know, sometimes I mean, I know it myself. I've given my heart and it got stepped on or whatever, and it took me a long time to trust. And when I don't have trust, honestly, when I didn't trust, it had me doing things I'm not proud of, but I felt justified. She probably out there doing whatever anyway, or I don't trust her no way. She'll be all right. So I mean, I felt justified in my wrongdoings. So
wow, but that comes with being broken and not healing. You know what I mean? Like when you're broken, you are on the defense all the time. I don't care if you're laying next to the person you call your girl. You are on defense, period, all the time. I can't let her see this. I'm not going to get too open about this. I'm not going to, you're on defense. But then when you build that trust, it's like, I can open up to this person because I know even if it's not what I want to hear, I know what they're about. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Andreas,
being able to trust that the person can accept your honesty.
How about
big? Because some people, you be honest with them and they use it against you, or just
it comes back up, or
it comes back up.
I have an issue with trusting people with my feelings.
Yeah,
that's my issue.
Yes.
Trusting you, not trusting you like you're gonna cheat on me. Nobody listen. I know this sounds crazy. But I'm special. This is not. I'm special. So you cheat on me, you leave. Do all that. Deuces. Come on. But because you're not gonna find another Lynn anywhere. She does not exist. So with that being said, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't. I'm fearful of somebody cheating on me. I passed that stage in my life. I'm more afraid of me sharing my feelings and me being hurt. That's the trust. I don't trust people with my feelings very often.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm hard. I have a very hard exterior. But I'm as mushy as I'm so mushy inside. And for me to be vulnerable, I'm real quick to be like, yeah. As long as it's sex, I'm fine. But as soon as it starts getting
sex is
real. No, exactly. As soon as it starts getting real, I'm like, oh no, wait. I like, oh no, that part. You know what I'm saying? It's that part. Damn.
Yeah. It's definitely hard for men because a lot of men feel like, I don't know if you, KJ, but I feel like people really don't care about how a man feels. They want the results that a man can do. They want, we got to hold it down, take care of the fam, get the job done. It's about what you do, the results. Nobody don't care how you feel, how stressed you are, how hurt you feel about it. They want the results. That's how it feels to be. That's how a lot of men feel like. It's like, yo, you start, I'm stressed, I'm depressed. They be like,
man, get it together. But that's not good.
What's up?
That's horrible.
I got a close friend of mine that said that he was going through some tough times, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And the woman that he was with was like, yo, you weak. Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a common thing.
And we talked about that. Mental problems are real. And for a woman, for that woman to come up there and tell that brother, yo, you weak and all this stuff like that, that's a weak man.
That's horrible.
It is.
And hopefully he'll find a woman who does not feel that way. But you know what? It's gonna take a lot for him to get to that. But
now he's not
be horrible now.
Imagine how high the wall is now, though.
He's gonna be horrible now. The woman that he loved is treating him like that.
And every woman after that is gonna have to deal with that.
Pay for what that lady did.
That's the other. You're like, hey, look at me, and they're like, nope. Susan from 7 years ago told me I'm weak. I don't.
Right.
Horrible.
I've been there. But,
no, sweet baby Jesus.
Can I ask the men something real quick? So I've heard this sentence said a lot in the past, and it's like, I just want her to be my peace. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? I don't mean something different for everybody, but what does that mean to you?
For me, what it means?
Well, one example is like you had a rough day fighting the wars wherever you at, and you come home, and like the first thing you hear is just hell, fussing, conflict. That's not peace. Just hey, can I get a hello? You might be mad. Just can I? Hey, how you doing? Give me a kiss, and then hey, let me talk. Let me go pee or poop, and then hit me with it. You know what I'm saying? that's an example. Like,
okay,
some women don't get that.
What about you, Ahmad?
I'm definitely I mean, don't get me wrong. I love all races, but one quote that I used to love, that Dr. Umar Johnson used to say was, the only friend that the black man has is the black woman. When we go out here every day, when we're going out here ducking and dodging, we have to duck racism. We have to duck being wrongfully accused. We have to duck everything. We have to duck and dodge all day. The stresses of life out there when we walk out that door is unreal. So when we come into our sanctuary, when we come into our home, when we come into, we just need that peace. We need that, baby, how are you? We need that rub down. We need that person to come and understand. What we don't need is another argument. We don't need another enemy when we walk through the door. So that's what we mean, be our peace, be that backbone, be that rib. Now, when I say that rib, I mean, I'm not saying anything less. A woman, like I said, a woman is a man is the head, but a woman is the neck, and she can turn the head whatever way she wants to turn it. And I do believe that wholeheartedly. But be that backbone for us, be that peace, and that's exactly what I think that term means. We out here fighting every day, and I'm not saying that women don't get me wrong, you guys do too. So we can be each other's peace.
Be each other's peace. Yes.
Right.
Let's be each other's peace and not be
right there.
Fighting.
Be each other's peace. I'll take it.
I like it.
We could.
I like
that. Bring each other's peace to the table.
I like this a lot.
I agree. But again, that goes back to my first statement. We're so worried about what we're getting out of it. We never take that time. And I mean, the collaborative, everyone's different. But to say, what am I bringing to that person? That's what it is. I'm so busy waiting for, he gonna come home and he gonna hear, he should have done this, and he should have, and he should have, and he should have, and he should have, and that's it. We got a list of he should have. Then
but nobody in real life wants to hear that anyway. Like that part, that every day, like that, like nobody. And like I've seen people be in relationships with women who are just, and it's funny because I don't know why, but normally I do skew positive towards, I'm a very woman empowered type situation. But what I've noticed is that a lot of these women out there are doing they're doing it way too much. And the women who are like and that's when I say way too much, let me explain that.
Please.
Why do you have to run up on your man's neck and stress him out all the time? Why? For what? What is the reason? What is the reason?
Because that woman is insecure, and that's how she feels. She keeping the attention.
So the man walked through the door, and the first thing you do is ga. That's a ga.
Yes, ga.
Wow.
Turning back around.
Wow.
Or they may have a past experience. I mean, like I said, maybe they have a past experience with a past guy who really wasn't about nothing. Mm-hmm. So
so you're paying for that last person.
Where you been all day? You was out with the boys.
But see, relationships. So like when we talk about marriage, when people say the work of marriage, you work on those things. Nobody goes into marriage being perfect spouse to one another. You're not going to be. You work on things.
Marriage is not a noun. Marriage is a verb.
Right. So the woman may not be the man's piece at first. But she may I need to try to figure this out. I need to maybe check myself. The man might not be holding up his end. He may not be doing what he's supposed to do. And communication, you talk about it, and you push egos aside. You try to work on things. That's tough. That's a hard part of marriage.
Right.
Putting the ego to a side, taking criticism and not attacking. That's tough. That's the work. When they say work, when you get work in marriage, that's the work. It's tough.
Hard
as hell.
Pride.
I hope my wife doesn't mind me saying this, but like I said, my wife is very vocal. My wife is not gonna hold her tongue for me or nobody else. So when we got married, she would speak her mind, and and I'm a very ego heavy type of person. So when we first got married, what I'm saying, sometimes she would tell me something like, "Hey, you left this here, and you shouldn't be doing." I had to really get used to it. She's not attacking me. She's not against me. She's actually, my best friend, and she's trying to help me. But you got to put that ego aside, and you have to listen. You got to
be allies in the relationship.
Right. So
allies. A
lot of the times, especially when I was first married, not used to that, I thought it was an attack. You know what I'm saying? I'm on defense. Like, what you mean? I can't do it. No. But then eventually you have to realize this is not to hurt you. This is to help you. This is to make you a better man. This is to make you a better person.
And then what will help? What helps is really communicating. When you feel a certain way, I kind of get now where when I feel a certain way, I'm gonna talk about it because you hold it in, it just gets worse. I want to deal with it. If I see you upset, I'm like, nah, we're gonna fight. If we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight right now. We can get it over with. And let's just let it be what it is, and let's try to deal with it. Because the whole damn fight ends up being now we adding stuff to it to the snowball,
2 months
and
ago,
it's more than we can carry. So I want to go ahead and just have it and communicate,
well,
talk
a fight
about
never
it.
gets anything done, you know. A fight usually is just two people yelling about this thing, and no one's really listening because everybody's defensive. Everybody's on defense, right? So I've actually had an argument, and I wasn't even arguing. I was like, wait, what? Wait, what happened? Because in his mind, the minute what I was saying was going to lead to an argument anyway. So let's bring the argument. I'm like, bro, I don't want to argue with you. I love you. Like, can we just not argue? But if it's so funny because that whole thing that we just finished talking about is that whole, if you communicate and always offer unconditional love and respect and be truthful, if you can bring those to the table, your table is set. Your table is good to go. You know what I'm saying? There's other stuff, but those things you need, those are the legs of the table. Without that support, you got a problem.
So would you guys be able to have a relationship with a woman if she made more money than you?
Absolutely.
Could I? Yeah, I could. I mean, depends on what. Long as she respects me and she's not like, hit me with you broke ass dude, like stuff like that.
Right. I mean, hey,
I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna make my money.
Right.
I'm gonna contribute.
Right.
If you making more, then we both got more. We both got it.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what we on. Now, if you ain't on that, then you got issues anyway.
As long as it ain't like one of those over dramatic Tyler Perry movies, she busted in the house. You ain't never been shit. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't got nothing. I mean, as long as it's nothing like that, we're putting everything together. I definitely don't mind but now I'm not going to be the type of brother that's going to live off of her and just sit around and do nothing. And,
not built like that.
I can't do that. No, I can't do that.
Some men are built like that, but that's the whole point. Those are not. I mean, let me say this: some males, because honestly, let's go into this for 2 seconds. What do y'all think defines a man when he's bringing something to the table? Like, what does he support? What as a man? You know what I'm saying? Because we just finished saying that a woman said, "Oh, if he got a woman, he's not supposed to do X, Y, Z." So, as a man, what are the things that you're saying that are? Because I know each man is different, but what do you think are the cornerstones of what should be brought to the table?
A man. In my opinion, the sole reason we were created is to provide and protect the woman.
Yes.
That is the only reason, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, boy, shut up. In my opinion, the only reason a man exists is to provide and protect the woman. That is the only reason we exist, is to provide for and protect the woman. If you look at a chessboard, what is the king is the most important piece on the board, but what's the most powerful piece? If you look at the queen is the most powerful piece. And I'm not calling anybody animals or anything, but if you look at the animal kingdom, you look at the ant hive or whatever. What's the most important?
The queen, the hive, same thing. Queen.
If you look at the lion kingdom, the lion sits around all day, and when does he get up? When he has to do what? He has to protect the pride and protect the woman and things like that. So I don't think it's any different for us. I think our natural, innate being is to provide for and to protect our women.
Yeah, but
I think that's the core base of it.
The core.
And then you expand from there. You want to, and the providing is tricky though too, because you got to get the time. Like I've struggled with it myself. Like I want to provide. I grew up. You got to provide. I don't want to be a bum, but then you got to put the time in, but when you put the time in, I'm not providing. Why could be, it's just that balance of stuff. When you got to find that balance within your relationship.
But why does provision only have to be financial?
See, no, that's to me. Like providing with financially and emotionally and all that, the balance of it. Because while you providing financially, that time you might not be providing emotionally. Correct. And then you might be doing too much emotionally, and then our car's getting declined. Hold on. Let me step out. Hold on. Let me get on the grind here. So it's that balance. Sometimes for men, it's a tough balance. And you got to kind of find that. And that's one thing me myself, yeah, I try to figure it out, but it's tough sometimes, man. You know. So, but yeah, but you want to make her feel good, of course. You want to, you know, and like for me, I know for me sometimes I lack there because you know because my wife is beautiful. She's always beautiful. Right. So in my mind, it's just permanent. You're always beautiful. So I don't say it a lot of times because it's just like the sky's blue. I don't go outside and say the sky's blue. She's beautiful. She's always beautiful. Right. So a lot of times she's like, "Oh, you don't tell me I'm beautiful." Aww. I'm like, "But when are you not? When are you not?"
But you need to hear it sometimes, though. We want to hear it.
I know, and it's just is. But in my mind, he might be thinking, "Yo, he's neglecting me." But to me, it's just you're always beautiful. Like my mind is just I'm always.
Well, you better start saying, "Damn, baby, you always beautiful."
Right, you know,
Pearl. He said his wife is beautiful at least 12 times in this sentence. So let's be real. This is on wax on posterity. Like you can always go back and see this. That he said. Like I just assumed that you knew that you was beautiful, but you know what? It's hearing it. You gotta hear it.
It's hearing it from the person you love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the reasons why our culture is so backwards nowadays. Because look at the music that we listen to. What is the first thing they talk about? I got 5 or 6 of this, and I got that is disrespecting our women. We're putting women at the bottom of the totem pole and stuff like that. I mean, I know I may be getting a little deep here, and y'all like, KJ, what are you talking about? But when you, I mean, if you look at when you're born, what is the first teacher? The first teacher is the woman. The first teacher is the woman. Who was the first nurturer? You're not supposed to be drinking cow's milk. Where do you get your milk from? From who?
The booby.
Can a man do
City
that?
Juice.
Can a man do that?
A man can't do that.
No, a man can't do that. When a baby is feeding and stuff like that, it's looking into the woman's eyes, is learning from the first teacher, the first nurturer. The woman is the most important piece, the most important gift from God. And until we get back to that, and until we realize that our culture is going to be butt backwards, as long as we keep demeaning her, we're all in the videos. Yeah, I got 5 bitches in the stack in the rover and all this stuff like that. I mean, we're going to continue to lose. I'm sorry. Now I would win a little bit.
Apologizing for.
I mean,
I think we gotta respect each other because it's going all sideways now. And I feel like you look online, the crazy people have taken over the narrative, you know, and so it's all extreme. It's men versus women. It's and so like you go online and it's people it's like gold diggers are the only ones getting advice from somebody. It's no like regular women getting advice. You're looking at like the Kevin Samuels stuff. There's always this woman who wants like a 6-figure dude and she works at Bojangles. And it's like, you know, and so then that's what people see. Oh, that's what women are like. But everybody ain't like that, you know. Mm-hmm. But that takes over the narrative though. Now it's just men versus women. It's materialistic, you know.
But it's not I feel like they hype it up more than what it really is.
Yeah, it's really hyped up. People believe in the hype. I don't know. The regular people gotta stand up, but the regular people are working, living their lives. They're not online every 5 minutes. So
not the regular people not online in 5 minutes. But it's true. It's like it's the energy and it's the people are walking around acting as if we're enemies. And it's like it's not we cannot be enemies if we're supposed to be trying to build. You know what I mean? Right. So at the end of the day, when we say what do you bring to the table, I'm hoping that based on what we, you know, on all the stuff that we discussed, that we have to know that it's a balance. There's a balancing act over here. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be sexually compatible and emotionally open, and you know, because listen, relationships take emotional stamina. Point blank, straight down the period. That's some work, regardless of what. My mother and father been married for 46 years, and they still tell you it's not easy. But that's the one job you keep on going back to every single day.
Yeah, but
every day.
So we forget that when you're with this person, this partner, your spouse, that is constant communication, but it's also constant forgiveness. Forgiving, like, okay, I didn't like this, but let's move on. I didn't like this until you can't. I mean, you can't in every situation. I'm not telling you to take things you're not supposed to, but it is actively forgiving. Like, I'm not talking to you a year from now about the fact that you looked at that girl's booty when she, you know, I'm like, it just can't be.
Looking at booties?
Was her booty nice? Because if it was nice, it is what it is.
Like, we don't do that.
Just like I feel like, you know, a lot of times I hear females saying, well, I'm a queen and I have to be treated like a queen. Well, you have to act like one too. right?
There it is. Stop acting like a hood rat.
Too. Okay. But at the same time, if you're a queen and you expect that from your man, then you need to treat him like a king as well.
Yes.
And vice versa. A king literally can have it all the land, all the gold, all the jewels that he wants. But what's the purpose of that if he does not have his queen with him? I don't care what nobody say. What's the point?
In life, we're supposed you just feel better. They say married men live longer than single men. It's the coupling, being together with somebody and sharing your life with somebody. Yeah. It is the most. It's so beautiful when it's right. Because at the end of the day, sharing your life with somebody who's just not your person, and finding your person, that's like freaking lotto. You won lotto, because a lot of people working around here, women. They come on, Tyrone, say that again. Like I listen. One of the things I love is seeing a man in love. That is the most beautiful thing, because it's for me. I'm in love. When a man is in love and he's admitting it, that shit is beautiful.
Fantastic.
It's gorgeous. It's like I love it here. No, I'm dead ass. I've seen in the last couple of days, I've seen some things that, when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that, when it comes to marriage and things like that, I've seen some things that have broken my heart. I've seen some things that are just like so heart affirming. But all of the things that I've seen, the one thread that runs through all of that is love. Love for themselves, love for the person that they're with. That's the thing. So if we could all get to the table, it's good to go, right?
Even when they get on your nerves.
Even when you can't stand them today, that's your boo. Stop it. Yeah, it's your boo. It's like that old song, that Jimmy Cozier song. He said, sometimes I can't stand her, but she's all I got. You know what I'm saying? She may complain a lot, but that's my bae. You know what I mean? Sometimes I love but not. Right, exactly. Remember that song?
Yes.
He said a lot in that song. He said, she's getting on my nerves, and she's popping, locking, rolling, and getting on my nerves, but that's my boo. And that's the thing. That's the main ingredient in all of this stuff.
Awesome show, guys. So we are coming towards the end of our show. So we're going to wrap it up here in a minute. We're going to go through and we're going to do our final thoughts for tonight. Miss Lynn, we're going to start with you.
We even gotta go that far, because I think I finally said what I had to say. And it's like, listen, just listen. You know me, I'm all about love, light, and positivity. And I think that we all we really gotta get to a point where love is the key. Because if you are doing everything with love and love in your heart and kindness, then it's good. And bring to the table what you think your partner will, I don't know if I want to say respect, but bring to the table something that you would want somebody to bring to the table for you. How about that? Is that a good way to say it? All right, cool. That's my answer.
Do you think it's a good way to say it?
I think it's a good way to say it. That's my answer. Cat.
All right, Tyrone, it's on you.
Oh man, so hey, bring the equivalent, man. Bring the equivalent. So don't be asking for a million and bringing a penny. All right, and all my dudes out there, don't be Peter Pans out here. It's nothing wrong with loving somebody and sharing your life with them. I know I got a couple of Peter Pans I know. Hey man, put them tights up, man. Put them tights up. Put some jeans on or something, man. Flying around with Tinkerbell. Come on now, come to the grown man side. I'm recruiting. Come to the grown man side, brothers.
All right, it was
so simple, but it was deep.
Yeah. Hey, he was talking to him. I got to put my meme up. All right, Black Pearl, is on you.
I think so many times when we're looking for love or hoping love finds us, we are thinking about love selfishly, right? That's what self-love is. Self-love is you giving all those things that you're looking for to yourself. I challenge you all, when you get to the table, to look at what you can give and how you can honor that person with your love versus what they're going to give you like it's a transaction. The whole point of love is to pour out into others what you've already given to yourself. So if you're coming to the table and you haven't given yourself that love that you're looking for, there's no point for you to be at the table to begin with. That's that.
All right. And all I have to say is, when you bring something to the table, just bring your best. That's all I say. If you can just bring your best and be honest, be truthful, then everything will work itself out. So Tyrone, you want to plug us in for the next week? You want to plug us in, tell the people where to find us and everything like that?
Yeah,
brother?
man. Hey, so on Facebook, the Good Guy Experience. Go ahead, jump in there, join the group. If you're in the group, invite somebody else, have some fun with us, and hit us up on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe, like, share that, and keep it going.
Do it now.
And remember, my wife is beautiful now.
Hey.
You're beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You know you're beautiful. All right.
Yes, I love it here.
All right. Until next time, guys. Thank you for coming to the Good Guy Experience, where the experience is always good. We'll see you